and welcome back, and thank you for joining me on the reading of The Bear Must Go On by Dev Petty and illustrated by Brandon Todd. And today we are going to be creating our very own little teddy bear puppets. And I do have two featured today because my son Charlie liked this one here. He said it had a very friendly face and he liked working with the shapes. And this one here I felt looked like the bear in the story, so I created this one. So I do have two separate templates that you could use, and I will supply the links to those templates in the description below. But what you will need in general for this one today would be your brown paper bag, your templates if you decide to use them, and markers or crayons. And we did use both. I used markers and crayons, and Charlie used crayons. And then you'll need some scissors, a glue stick, and I believe that would be it. So if you want to go ahead and gather those items up, we'll go ahead and get started. All right, now to get started here, what you'll want to do is first either get your template or gather your crayons and markers if you wanted to color. And you can either create your own teddy bear or you can use the templates which I've supplied below. And for this one here, this bear here is the learning shapes. So we have some circles, a triangle, some rectangles and squares. And this one here is the more realistic looking bear if you wanted to put him together. So what I will do is I will work with the shapes one, which I said Charlie really enjoyed putting together. And we'll start with the head, and you'll want to take your glue stick and then just simply place some glue on the back of the circle. Just center it on the top of the bag. And then we can find our ears in our little stack here. And just apply a little bit of glue behind them. And just stick him right behind the head. And then if you need to just pat it down a little bit, make sure it sticks. And the next piece we'll do would be the little part of his face, his muzzle. And just some glue on the back. And place that on the lower center of his face because you want to leave room for the eyes. And we can't forget about his nose. And we'll just attach that right at the top of the mouth. See, his face already looks really friendly. And now his eyes. A little swipe of glue. And then I'll stick it just facing down, that dark circle just facing down just a little bit. And we've got our other side here. And same with this side. Just the black of the eye facing down just a little bit. And see, coming together, there's his little face. And we'll start on the body portion. So basically, lots of shapes, some fun glue sticks. My boys definitely like working with glue sticks more than just regular glue. And it just glides right on and usually sticks pretty well too. So there's Bear's belly. And just for some fun color, extra shape here, we have the triangle, and that would be the furry part of his stomach underneath. And then I would say we have a pretty happy bear. He really saved the day in the story. So we're going to put his arms up like he is celebrating. He got over his fear of singing the song, and now he is really excited about it. That just behind the body a bit. There we go. All right, and now onto his little legs here. And we will just glue right to the bottom corner. And if you wanted to, once we're done here, there are also some other additions you can add to it if you'd like. I know sometimes with puppet animals, what you'll want to do is if you want to put any extra, you can add a little tongue or some teeth underneath the flap. But if you wanted to stick with just the shapes, Bear, you have your circles and your rectangles, your triangle, and your squares. So working with little ones, you can practice your shapes as you go. And then at the end here, you'll go ahead and stick your arm in, and you have your very own singing bear. Make your own little performance, and maybe you could even make some squirrels and rabbits as well. And so we'd have all the characters in our story, and they would sing along. I thank you for joining us again this week. And don't forget to check out the book, The Bear Must Go On by Dev Petty. And tune in next week at 11 a.m. for our upcoming story time and then our next craft. You guys have a great Wednesday, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.